Hey, what's good, y'all? This is William Ryan, the first podcast of 2018. Today is January 20th, 2018. Oh, wow. It's been a minute. I haven't really got to talk to you guys like I want to. I know I said I was going to take a break for a whole month. Technically, I did for my podcast, but there's been a lot of things that I've noticed over the last 2 months, I would say. One being, I never realized how hurt some females are. Maybe it's just because I've been around them more often now than I was before. But I've realized that for a person like me, I'm a gentleman and I want to see everyone grow and be happy and successful and things like that. And in the pursuit of my happiness and me vibrating higher and just actually getting my energy and finding my center, I've found that, or I see actually now a lot. I think it's just my eyes being actually all the way open now, because I was aware, but I wasn't that aware of the shift change in gender roles and the emotional change in our women. Because I've seen them hurt, I've seen them cry, but it's actually coming to like actually visualizing and seeing and hearing and actually listening to a lot of the females that have been around me, or just in general conversations of just good conversation. I saw that they have been hurt, be it through assholes or people that really didn't know what they wanted and toyed with them. It was kind of weird. Kind of got a little awkward as well, because it would be me and a few other friends of mine, male friends, that, you know, we were in the room and it just got like super weird. Like you can tell that tensions were high after reminiscing and drinks and things like that. So, nonetheless, this segment will actually be on my apologies. And the reason why I'm saying my apologies would be for one or two reasons. One, because we've let social media and what we see reflect or break down our women, be it black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whoever. It's not just, I think it's deeper in the black culture a little bit more, because the independent woman had to be the independent woman. She didn't have a choice. She didn't have an option. She didn't have an opportunity to say no. One thing that I think I thank God, because He actually placed me in that, and I got to see the other side of the veil a little bit more. And like, I don't know, like, the females are so hurt now. Like, there are some females out there that are extremely hurt now, and due to that hurt, they missed out on, or they would miss out on, a genuine person that's actually there for them and they not actually realize that. Like, they would or could miss out on a very good individual just based off of their past indiscretions or past relationships that they carried on and and maybe, I'm not saying all of the women are harboring these things, but they are carrying that to the next, or possibly if they're not ready, they're entertaining that for the next guy. The next guy could be the best guy possible, but in the cycle that we all know is real, very real. If you don't know what cycle I'm talking about, is the good girl or good guy meets said girl that has been hurt or damaged, or, I'm not going to say damaged, I'm going to say hurt, and she carries that with her. It creates a cycle, and I don't know, I witnessed, I'm thanking God that it hasn't really honestly hit me the way it should have, but it creates other assholes, and it creates more issues in relationships. One being the next relationship, there may be trust issues or something like that. It tarnishes or brings about a greater change, and I feel like that change is due to, one, a person not learning their complete lesson in that old relationship and carrying on, not trying to actually learn and understand what they were supposed to learn in that past relationship. When I say that because a lot of us don't. A lot of us hurt, try to, they go out, try to, find something else to distract them from that lesson. And once that lesson has not been learned, they go into this dating thing. And dating, and it's weird because I'm going to be random today. Another random session with William Ryan. But I feel like when you don't learn the lesson, it repeats itself. Everybody knows that. Until you actually learn, or gradually throughout that time, you learn yourself a little bit more. But through these mistakes, we become better. With that being said, I feel like now I could just speak on me, because I'm not the regular guy. I'm not gonna say I am, because I don't feel like I am. I feel like I'm more in touch with how I want to speak on things, but at times I'm very passive. Whereas I should say something, but I feel like there's a time and a place very serious. If you do something right then and there, and we're in public, I'm not going to say anything, but I will bring it up later. But in that being said, like, I've seen a lot of females hurt, and I see a lot of males hurt, but we don't express it like we should, or are able to express it, because we try to stay away from our emotions as much as possible. But when we do that, that creates a wall. I would say, one, a wall. Two, another form of, a barrier. I'm going to just leave it as a barrier and a wall, because with that, I'm not going to let you in if I see you on the same mess. Me, I take you for all your indiscretions. I don't judge you. You may think I do, but honestly, I don't. Because who am I to judge? I cherish everybody that I've come across. In general, like, I appreciate everyone's essence, personality, and being, because I feel like we're all going to need each other at one point in time. And with me seeing this other side of the veil, I'm hurt because, one, we have people not believing in love anymore, because love comes in many ways. It can be traditional, or it can be another form. Me personally, I do believe in the traditional love. I don't believe in the traditional love, but I do believe in love. I feel like if you are going to work on a relationship, you should work on it. With that being said, bear with me for 1 second. So like I was saying, with that, it's a lot of things that come with love. Like, you got to take the ups and downs, and a lot of people in our society, they don't want to go out of that comfort zone. But in reality, you're not going to find what you're looking for if you don't. Things get hard. Yeah, that's just the way they are. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. If you really want it to work, it's up to you and your partner, or you and the person that you actually care for, to make it work regardless. But to give up on it in what it is, what it's all about, the feeling, the passion, and everything like that, I feel like you should never let that happen. Like, it should never be an option for you to either give up on it or not believe in it anymore, because, like, yeah, shit happens. But and this might just be me, I'm very, very old-fashioned. I can't even lie. I'm extremely old-fashioned, because I believe if you really want it to work, you'll stick it out and make it work. And I definitely I'm gonna go back to a traditional love, like my pawpaw and grandma Henrietta. Theirs was very traditional. They built, they grew, they created. Like, for me, they were the Huxtables for me. I didn't really go into the backstory of them, because it was just like they were very, very strong. Their relationship was very, very strong. Still is, honestly. Even after my pawpaw's passing. Like, but I feel like, honestly, in our generation, in our society, we're too quick to give up on something. Like, there are a few of us that do stick it out, but the majority of us is just like, why should I? And that's a bad thing. That's like a killer. That's a true killer. And it hurts because with that, what do we teach our kids about love? Like, honestly, how do we express to our kids that the purity of love, or the sanctity of love, or that feeling that you get, and the things that you do for love and everything like that? Because, yeah, love makes you do some crazy things, but you got to take love with the good and bad. Me, I do. Sometimes I just do want to give up, but I can't. I got too many things that I want to teach my kid about that. Like, when I do have children, I want to teach them about love. And it's crazy because a lot of parents nowadays, like around our age, we don't know about it no more. We don't. We hear love on a love song, but if it was to honestly fall in our lap, would you know what it is? So I'm going to leave you with that. Short and sweet. Just for now. I'll be back sometime before the end of this month, and I'll be a little bit more consistent on here again. But that's honestly what has been grinding my gears and what I've been thinking about over the last month, and getting my energy together, basically, y'all. Because we're honestly, it's not just a physical war anymore. It's a spiritual war, and you got to start thinking. Got to get you in self-love first, and then you can love somebody. That's what I think it is. Self-love, and then you can love somebody. Y'all be good, be safe. I love y'all to death. Peace.